I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. This is the Warren County Builders Association first time that we've done a complete candidate forum. In the past, we've always had candidates come to us, ask if they could come and speak at one of our meetings. So this year we just felt like it would be better with the big range of candidates we have that we try to put something on. It's a great informational piece if we all pay good close attention to the questions and the answers that's given. The Builders Association, we were established in 2006. We've been in the community since then. We've done multiple different projects. One of the things we've always done is up at the Blue Ridge Tech Center. Every year we give out 2 $500 scholarships to the most deserving. Usually it's the senior. This year they actually had a junior in carpentry that got it. So we thought that was pretty cool. We've done re-roofs for some veterans, one just recently. We've helped a family revamp a house to accommodate a sick child. So we always try to give back as much as we can to the community. So we just thought this would be a good thing to do tonight. And I'd like to introduce our moderator, Rick Novak. I really appreciate him stepping up and doing this. And I'm going to turn it over to him now, and just thank you all for coming.
Thank you, George. All right, so this is my first rodeo, so be kind, and I'll try not to screw things up. Here are the rules for this evening. All candidates will have equal time to answer the questions and should respect the time allotted for each question. Each candidate will have 1 minute to introduce themselves and their platform. Each candidate will have 1 minute to answer each question. There will be a signal when they have 20 seconds left to wrap up. After all the questions are asked of the candidates, they will get 2 minutes for closing remarks and may address anything they wish during that time. All right, so run for school board, Melanie Salins. George, where do you want them?
Right there. Huh? Right at the podium, fine.
Oh, steal your podium.
Yep.
That's not my podium.
Thank you all for letting me go first. My friend just buried her father and is literally waiting in my driveway right now. So I appreciate that very much. I'm Melanie Salins. I'm running for re-election in North River District for school board. I am happy to be in a room full of builders because I grew up in a construction family. My dad built my house with his own 2 hands, and he now works building public schools. My mom was a public school teacher, and I'm married to a mechanic. I tell you this because I value tradespeople. I value real, salt-of-the-earth people who understand what it means to work hard for a living to support their families. Being a parent, the love that you have for your child transcends all political parties. My children are my everything. I am a parental rights candidate. I do not like the elitist attitude that I'm seeing from groups such as the National Education Association, who tells parents that because they don't have multiple degrees and fancy letters after their name, that they somehow aren't qualified to be involved in their children's education. Parents are the key. Parents are the key to education. Parents are the key to discipline. By removing and alienating parents, we end up with a mess like we have now. Warren County schools do in fact have a discipline problem. Now, I grew up in a disciplined household. I didn't appreciate it all the time, but it shaped me. It gave me a strong foundation, and it made me a strong woman. I have the courage to speak up when I see that things aren't right. I stand up for parents, I stand up for teachers, and stand up for staff. I want to hear what's wrong so that I know how to help and try to make things right. I am a hard worker who is determined to find a way to make things better. While there are improvements to be made, we have a lot of great things going on in Warren County Public Schools. Our trade school, Blue Ridge Tech, is downright impressive. We have wonderful teachers. We need to make them feel supported. The LFK renovation that we're doing is on time and on budget. And the E. Wilson Morrison Gym project is just about to get underway. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good night.
Good evening, and thank you for being here. Thank you to the Builders Association for inviting me. My name is Angie Moore, and I am the clerk of the Circuit Court for Warren County. I am completing the term started by Darrell Funk, who is now our judge, and I will be running for an 8-year term. I am currently unopposed, so that's a great thing. That makes campaigning a lot more enjoyable. But just to touch on some things, when people ask what the Circuit Court does, it'd be easier to ask what we don't do. We have over 800 duties that we are responsible for. But during my tenure, my 3 years that I've been there, 3 full years, I've digitized all the deed books, plats, and will books, which is very beneficial to our builders. I have obtained, well, I will be obtaining a plat scanner, which will allow us to accept oversized plats again. I just became a certified master clerk and certified court manager. I was just recently sworn in as the secretary of the Virginia Court Clerks Association. I am the chair of the Workload Weights and Measures Committee, which weighs the work that we do, and it basically tells the Virginia Compensation Board how many positions each office needs. I am a member of the Public Relations Committee. I have been awarded over $96,000 from the Library of Virginia in grants to preserve and conserve our history. We remained open during COVID. We were the only office in the 26th Circuit to do so. I'm currently working on marriage license, having all of them digitized for genealogical purposes. I've been working with the Library of Virginia and the Warren Heritage Society on these projects. We are working with 2 professors from JMU to make all of the Shenandoah National Park records accessible to the public. And we do probate, record land records, issue marriage license, concealed carry permits. We attend court sessions, manage dockets, jury management, keep the election materials. We work closely with judges, law enforcement officers, probation officers, Library of Virginia, town planning, zoning, and all that good stuff. Thank you very much. I appreciate your vote on the resolution.
Like Angie, I am running unopposed, but I don't want to take anybody's support for granted. I moved out here to Warren County in 1988 to take what was then a part-time job at the Commonwealth Attorney's Office. Sort of like Gilligan's Island, you go out on a 3-hour tour. Well, I met a beautiful young woman who I married. I have 2 sons, one of whom is now a sergeant in Fairfax County and lives down the road with me with his wife and our first grandchild. The other one just finished 10 years in the Virginia National Guard, got out because his new bride did not want him deployed. He did deployments to Kuwait, Iraq, and Qatar. And they just presented me with our second granddaughter. So I am committed to making this a safe and just community. Being a prosecutor in a small town is not like being a prosecutor in a big city. People are not numbers. They are individuals. They are your neighbors. I have prosecuted people in my early years here who now I would consider friends. There are people who I once thought are friends who I have prosecuted. You need to deal with everybody as a human being, but you cannot let that get in the way of justice. There are a few things that I wanted to do when I did my first term, and a lot of those got sidelined by COVID. I did not expect to be spending the first year of my term battling for basic constitution and civil rights. I enjoy seeing Rick here because I had actually declined prosecuting Rick for opening his bowling alley in a manner which somebody did not approve. Your local prosecutor is an important figure. He has power, and that power should be used with the betterment of the community in mind. Thank you.
First off, I I do want to wish condolences to the Butler family. It is hard losing a loved one. I lost my mom this year as well. But to do an election season is even tougher because you got a lot going on in your mind, and so I do wish my condolences to the Butler family. I think I know most of you that are in this room, and you know me. It is the same platform that I've had is to figure out those retention issues, to rejoin the drug task force, to reestablish the animal control division, to get dedicated school resource officers in all of the schools. There was a great article, video by Mr. McCool this week with the animal control officer, and it brings to light is that there's great people that are working up at the Warren County Sheriff's Office currently. And in no way when I say that, we don't have some of these services, which I think we're lacking in these services, I think we've gone backwards, that we don't have good deputies and staff that are up there doing the job, because we do. That video with animal control with Deputy Long, and I say it over and over whenever I go out and speak, Deputy Long is an awesome animal control officer, but he needs help. And that is one of the things that I really got out of that is everything that I've been screaming about. You have to have the specialized vehicles, you have to have these specialized equipment and tools to get the job done. You have to have the special training, the extra 3 weeks on that. Not every deputy can be trained in that. He's trained in it, and he's the head guy, and he's been working this community basically on his own this entire time. And I give kudos to him. I give kudos to all the deputies that are in the schools and covering for the schools. So you have night shift, you have day shift patrol deputies that are working their 12-hour shifts during their regular days, and then they're covering for the schools as well in their off days. Same thing with the school resource officers, where they're covering the schools during the week, Monday through Friday. Well, they're covering the shifts, Saturday and Sunday, and then they're right back at the schools on Monday. So they've done a tremendous job, and I give kudos to every single one of those employees. I am proud. I've worked beside them for many, many years. I know I'm going to get cut off, but anyways, thank you for having me. My daughter is going to have a baby tonight, hopefully, so I am.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for Builders Association for putting this forum on. My name is Janice Butler Shanks. I'm the Republican Party's nominee for Treasurer of Warren County. I'm a lifelong resident of Warren County. I owned and managed a local restaurant and catering business for 20 years. I've worked and served in multiple capacities in local government and in the court system. My training and my work experience have prepared me for managing finances, budgets, and employees. The position of treasurer demands an individual who is organized in money management, document management, personnel management, and time management, as well as communication skills. It requires adherence to the strictest audit and accounting practices possible. While the Board of Supervisors considers the county's financial needs and sets the tax rates, and the Commissioner of Revenue assesses the value of each property, it is the treasurer who is charged with collecting these taxes. The position of the county treasurer is one of the constitutional offices. The treasurer and the Commissioner of Revenue provide the tax assessment and the collection services, and the treasurer is entrusted with the public's funds. It is the treasurer's sworn duty to carry out the laws of the state and the ordinances of the locality in the care and the management of these funds. Every person is entitled to respect and is entitled to be heard. I'm honored and humbled that the Warren County Republican Party has nominated me to seek election to this office, and I am prepared to meet its demands. I'm excited to serve the people of Warren County, and I look forward to leading the important department during the next 4 years. Thank you very much.
My name is Sherry Sowers. I've been Commissioner of Revenue in Warren County for about 11 years or so, since John passed away. I enjoy helping the citizens of Warren County. Anytime there's a problem, stop by the office, we will help you. We work with the contractors a lot with the business licenses, and I think we've overcome the hurdles in that process. So, anytime you have a problem, just stop by, and we'll see what we can do to help you out. Thank you.